Our dean said that the University of Florida shouldn't have any visiting speakers, but we were sort of rebellious. We wanted to break the rules on every occasion. And then someone said, let's invite Frank Lloyd Wright. So that was a very ambitious thing. We sent a letter to Frank Lloyd Wright, and in the letter we told him of the prohibition, and we told him that we were going to invite him as the guest of the students, not of the university. And being a rebel himself, he loved that idea. So he said yes. Now the lucky thing is, of the 20 of us that were in that class, I was the only one with a car. So I became the chauffeur of Frank Lloyd Wright, and one day he was driving around. I took the liberty of asking him to design our fraternity house. A fraternity row was about to start, and ZBT needed a house, and so I asked him, and he said yes. Frank Lloyd Wright did 3 fraternity houses. None were built. So the story of Frank Lloyd Wright at the University of Florida is the end of the story. This is probably one of the most beautiful works of architecture, I think, that Frank Lloyd Wright did. And this is the house he designed for ZBT at the University of Florida. And I've had a dream that it would be built for 60 years now, and I still hope that someday it gets built. So Wright came with his wife, who was a Russian ballerina, and he came and gave a speech to 5,000 Gators, and he designed a beautiful house. And Martha Cohen's students, architectural students, built a model, and these are elevations from his original drawings. The university library here has the original plans for the fraternity house. These are computer drawings of the fraternity house. The fraternity house is on 3 levels. The first level is the social hall with the kitchen and the dining room, and it opens to this giant circular terrace, which has trees coming out from it. We saved some of the trees, or he saved some of the trees, and it comes up from this patio. Then on the second floor is a mezzanine, and on the top floor is the bedrooms. So one of the problems in living in a college dormitory is that one person wants to study and one person wants to sleep. So Frank Lloyd Wright separated those 2 functions, and every 2 boys who shared a room had a study room, and then on the top floor had 2 beds in a little sleeping compartment, and that opened to a terrace on the top floor. So we used the roof as a place in the treetops. He only had one fire escape. He had one giant stairwell that was in the center of the building. And when the building department and the committee said you have to have 2 exits, Frank Lloyd Wright wrote back that, but he said that any healthy college student at the University of Florida could go out on the terrace, and it was only 8 feet down because of the hill, and he could jump and not hurt himself. So that was his answer to the second idea. So I became the liaison for 2 years between Frank Lloyd Wright and the University of Florida. And it was a constant battle between 2 immovable objects. And then I got married, I left, I graduated, went in the Navy, and then the fighting began without a referee. So when I left, I unfortunately didn't know I was trying to survive in the Navy on a ship during the Korean War, and I came back to find out that the building was never built.